When your why is clear and greater than yourself, it will attract other people and resources to support it. Hi, I'm Linda Watson-Call. I'm so glad that you could join me for this episode of Dragonfly Soup. Do you have a particular routine that you follow? Some routines are elaborate, others are inconsequential, but they are routine just the same. And sometimes if we don't follow that routine, we feel out of sorts for the rest of the day. But did you ever question that routine? It might be a good idea to do that. You know, I have a habit, a routine, if you will, of running cold water for a minute or so before filling my pot for tea. Why do I run the water? Because my mother always ran the water. And I do remember asking one time, why do we need to run water before using it or drinking it? Because, she said, the water has been sitting in the pipes for a while, and we want fresh, clean water to drink. Made sense. So I always run the water before drinking or cooking with it. Then, with the water crisis in Flint, it dawned on me that what she really meant about the water sitting in the pipes. The water pipes in those days were made out of lead. So, running the water for a minute or so, you flushed out the water so that the lead would be out of it. Wow, what an epiphany. And even though our pipes in this house aren't made of lead, I still feel better by running and flushing the water that's been sitting in the pipes out of them. Routine. Routines can be comforting. Well, today we're going to look at the why of what we are doing as it relates to our goals. I'd like to think that all of us have lofty ideals when we set our goals. We want to better ourselves or the environment or our neighborhood. We want to do something that will have a positive effect on our children or our community. There's always a reason for choosing a goal, and there's always a reason for doing what we want to do. But until we discover or understand what our reason is, the why of what we are doing, we don't have a good chance of accomplishing it. Sheila Holt, author of Trust is the New Currency and founder of Sapphire Lending, a financial institute, said, "When your why is clear and greater than yourself, it will attract other people and resources to support it." Think about it. You have a goal, I have a goal. Most people, even if they don't take time to physically write down their goals, they at least have one goal. But if you don't know the why you want to do something, chances are it won't happen. It won't materialize. Why? Why? Such a small word that can produce big results. So what is your goal? We go through this exercise usually the first week of January. And the goals may look like this. I want to lose weight. I'd like a new house. I want a new job, and so on and so on. Even without going through the steps of writing out the goals with more specifics, which we covered in this episode of Dragonfly Soup, you can still think about the why of your goal. What is the real reason you want to accomplish it? Let's start with losing weight. And that's a very common goal. But why do you want to lose the weight? To look good on the beach during the summer months? Yes, that's a reason. But will it motivate you to stay on your diet? Probably not. That's not a big enough why. But if you had a heart attack and your doctor said you needed to lose 50 pounds, would that be a big enough why? You better believe it would be. So we need to give ourselves a big why. Even if we didn't have a heart attack, we know we need to lose weight, not only for ourselves, but for our family. So get them involved in your weight loss program. Soon, you'll have others cheering you on, supporting your efforts by being mindful of what they serve you when you visit. The whole thing just snowballs, and the end result is you achieve your goal. Your why is fulfilled. It could also be a goal about a business or a profession. I have a friend who's an artist. Her dream, she won't call it a goal, was to have her work on display in an art gallery somewhere. Yes, she was living on Somewhere Isle. We spoke about her goals, but she didn't see it that way until she realized that she was 5 years away from retirement. In 5 years, her only income would be Social Security because her place of employment did not have a retirement plan and she never set one up for herself. Oh, now she had her why, and she was determined to make it work. She mentioned her goal to her friends, and in 6 months, her artwork was displayed in a local gallery. Someone from the gallery called the news station, and they ran a story on her work. And yes, you know what I'm going to say. It grew into something bigger than she could ever imagine. She is now retired, comfortably. Oh, and her children are also happy because they were concerned about how she would support herself when she did retire. The why. It's all about the why we are doing, not the what we are doing. So what about you? Let me know either an email or a message what your why is and how you will make it bigger than you. And while you're at it, be sure to click like for this episode and share it with a friend. You might also want to check out our gift shop where you can purchase items like Dragonfly Soup t-shirts, hoodies, or other gifts. The link is below. Or you can show support for this program by clicking this link. Any contribution to continue this series is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you next week, right here on Dragonfly Soup. Here's to our transformation and our best year ever.